Test, test, test. Testing, testing. That's good, Jim. 3 minutes. We are going to start in 3 minutes. Testing, testing. Good afternoon. As our graduates make their way in, will you guys please rise? Please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2025 graduation ceremony at Peoria Heights High School. At this time, I would like to recognize and celebrate the culmination of 4 years of hard work for the class of 2025. I would personally like to congratulate these students for their efforts. It is great seeing your faces here today, as opposed to my front lawn yesterday at 6:30 in the morning. I'd like to congratulate the parents and families of our seniors. They would not be here today without your commitment. I hope we take this time to reflect on all the different people, such as family members, friends, and teachers that have impacted the lives of these students in positive ways and who have made this great day possible for them. At this time, I'd like to introduce the members of the Board of Education. Please join me in thanking them for their dedication and commitment to all the students of Peoria Heights School District. President Chris Ahart. Vice President Mike Casey. Board Secretary Adam Painter. Not here today, Board Member Don Gorman. Also not here today, Board Member Gary Stella. Board Member Mike Hulse. And our newest board member, Chris Beck. I would also like to introduce the Superintendent of Peoria Heights School District, Dr. Eric Heath. Next, I would like to thank and recognize the faculty for their dedication they have shown to the field of education. The commitment and long hours that they give to our students is appreciated and cherished. Will the faculty of Peoria Heights High School please stand? Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Eric Keith, Superintendent, to present the scholarships for the class of 2025.
Good afternoon. It is my honor to issue or to award two scholarships this year to deserving seniors. The first scholarship is the Jim Faulkner Memorial Scholarship. The late officer Jim Faulkner was a graduate of Peoria Heights School District, having attended Kelly Avenue School and Peoria Heights High School. He was an alumnus of the class of '83, and he's a well-rounded student and athlete who excelled in sports and the classroom. It was a natural for a person as giving as Jim was to go into law enforcement, where he went on to serve and protect the communities he loved. He was a police officer here in Peoria Heights, and then later a police officer in the city of Peoria. He loved his duties and enabled him to be a public servant. Peoria Heights High School District is proud to support Jim's legacy by awarding a scholarship in his name each year. This is the 21st year for this honor, and we've given over $65,000 to deserving seniors each year. We'll be awarding a $1,000 scholarship to be given to the educational institution of the students chosen. And this year's recipient of the Jim Faulkner Memorial Scholarship is Barrett Marfell. Next, I'd like to present the Roger Berge Scholarship. Many of us knew Mr. Berge for years. He worked in our school as a teacher, a coach, and principal of Kelly Avenue School. But most of us remember Mr. Berge as the district superintendent, where he was superintendent for 38 years. Mr. Berge was born and raised here in Peoria Heights. He graduated from Kelly Avenue School in 1952. He always held this community in his heart. When Mr. Berge retired in 2012, he wanted to get back to the school and created the Roger Berge Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to deserving senior who shows similar passions that Mr. Berge showed, especially his legacy of kindness and compassion for others. This year's recipient of a $2,000 Roger Berge Scholarship is Allison Hockenberry. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Matt Baybanks. He's going to give some alumni scholarships.
Good afternoon. I'd like to start off by telling you a little bit about who we are and what we do. The Peoria Heights Alumni Association is a philanthropic group of volunteers composed from alumni from the Peoria Heights School District. As a matter of fact, the very first recipient of this scholarship, Robbie Matheson, is the current president of the Alumni Association. Our mission is to provide a scholarship or other financial assistance or support services to the students, graduates, faculty, and staff for Peoria Heights Community School District 325. In order to raise funds, we host several annual events, which include the all-class reunion, Peoria Heights and the Peoria Heights Community Raffle. We have awarded at least one scholarship since 2001, and in just the last 5 years alone, we have provided nearly $100,000 in funding for scholarships in various district projects. Each year, we publish our scholarship application for the students to complete, and then we hold interviews with each applicant so we can get to know them a little bit and give them an opportunity to let their character shine through. Not only do we review academic performance, we look for students that are dedicated to the community, committed to making themselves and those around them better, are always ready to lend a helping hand, and do what they say they're going to do. This year, we had more candidates than a typical year, and they were all great people. It was very tough to decide, and the selection committee had a lot of conversation after the interviews were completed. This year, we have elected to award 3 scholarships. Our first two recipients will each receive $2,000 scholarships. They are Ricky Martin III and Kaylee Kramer. And our final recipient will receive a $3,000 scholarship, and he is Cameron Ahart.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Dr. Heath. Before we move on, I want to take one quick second. We were talking about recognizing staff. We do have one staff member retiring here in a few days, and that is Mr. Dan Diefendorf up in the morning. He did tell me yesterday that he would come back and help set up and tear down for every graduation for the next 15, 20 years. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. At this time, I would like to introduce our speaker for today, Mrs. Ashley Maybanks. Ashley is the Director of Government Relations and Policy for the Nature Conservancy in Illinois, where she helps protect nature through smart laws and policies. In her role, she works to ensure that Illinois communities have access to clean air and water, and she supports the conservation of healthy forests and prairies across the state. Ashley grew up in Peoria Heights, attending Kelly Avenue Grade School and graduating from Peoria Heights High School in 2003. She was voted most talkative in school, a title that turned out to be a perfect fit for someone who now uses her voice to advocate for the environment. She went on to earn a bachelor's degree in biology from Illinois State University and a master's degree in environmental science from the University of Illinois. Today, Ashley lives in Peoria with her husband and their 3 dogs. She enjoys spending time outdoors, reading, and working in her garden. She remains connected to her hometown as a member of the Peoria Heights Alumni Association, serves on the board of TAP's Animal Shelter, and is vice president of Illinois Environmental Council's board of directors. Whether she's meeting with elected officials, leading environmental campaigns, or speaking at public events, Ashley is driven by a deep commitment to protecting the planet. She hopes to continue to inspire others to do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Ashley Maybanks.
Thank you, and thank you for smoothing over the year that I graduated. Good afternoon, class of 2025. It is such an honor to be your speaker today. Today is truly special for me. I have known some of your families for a very, very long time. I actually babysat some of your older siblings, and at least one of your parents even babysat me when I was younger, a million years ago. I also went to high school with some of your parents who are here today. Some of you may also remember Mrs. Cranford, who was the grade school cafeteria lunch lady. Mrs. Cranford is my mom, and she's also here today with my family, watching with pride as her daughter stands on this stage for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Just like all your friends and family are here to watch you cross this stage in just a few minutes for your once-in-a-lifetime moment, which is graduating high school. This is how deeply rooted we are here in Peoria Heights. This is a town where generations grew up together. My grandparents were dedicated supporters of this school district. My dad served on the school board for many years. My parents also graduated from this school, as did my sister, and now my awesome nephew Luke, who is here today, is in school with some of your younger siblings. This community is also where I found my love for nature, when my dad used to take my sister and I for walks along the train tracks, looking for monarch caterpillars in late summer, the same train tracks he and his friends used to walk along, also quite a long time ago. This community will always have a very special place in my heart. And this place isn't where I just grew up. It's where I learned what it means to belong. It's where I discovered that even the smallest gestures, a kind word from a teacher, a smile from the lunch lady, who may also happen to be my mom, or a friend who stands up for you, are moments that can truly shape a person's whole life. High school is full of memories and milestones. It's where I made many of my lifelong friends, some of who work for the district now, like Mrs. Alvarado and Mrs. Riker, who I have been friends with since kindergarten. It's also where I met my husband, who spoke just a few minutes ago. Although back then, neither of us had any idea we'd actually get married someday, we didn't even go to a single high school dance together. But life has a funny way of surprising you. I want to tell you all a really quick story about when I was a senior in high school. My senior year, I was in a bit of a panic. I spent my whole life thinking that I wanted to be a veterinarian, and then right before I entered my senior year, for a variety of reasons, at the last minute, I realized I didn't want to do that anymore. And I had no backup plan. I had no idea what I wanted to do instead. I knew that I loved nature and plants and animals, and I hoped that maybe I could just figure it out eventually. So I went to Illinois Central College first, where I then changed my major 3 times in 3 semesters, first from nursing to teaching, and then to just transferring out to a 4-year university to study biology. Shortly after college, I took a leap on a job that combined my love of the outdoors with my not-so-hidden talent of talking people's heads off about the environment. It was a risky move because the job was listed as a temporary, not-to-exceed 12-month position, working for the Nature Conservancy. And that temporary 1-year position eventually turned into a decade-plus long career doing something that I didn't even know existed when I was sitting where you are today. It's honestly, you guys, it's honestly my dream job. I share that story with you because I want you to know that it is totally okay if you don't have it all figured out today at this moment. You don't have to. Whether you've known your dream job since you were in 4th grade, or you're still figuring it out like I was, just keep showing up for yourself. Find something that you're passionate about and go with the flow just a little bit. As things start to shift after today for you, remember those things that keep you grounded. And please, before the night is over, take a moment to reflect and thank the ones who helped get you here. Whether that's your parents, your grandparents, teachers, a coach, friends, teammates, or others in this community. We are shaped by the people who show up for us. Now, I will also ask you to take a moment to look around you right now and please soak in this very moment. As much as everyone hopes to stay connected after high school, it is unlikely that this exact group of people will ever be in the same room again. That's what makes today so very special. Here's a truth that I will share with you all that I have learned along the way. The only thing that is constant in life is change. You will change, the world around you will change, but that isn't something to be sad or to fear. For change can bring growth, and growth can bring possibility. Now, as the old lady with the microphone, I'm supposed to give you some profound final life wisdom. Although, to be honest with you all, I can't remember a single piece of advice from my high school graduation speeches. First, as you leave tonight or today, whether you are working to become a doctor, an artist, something to do with computers, or something the world hasn't even invented yet, chase your passion. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. As someone who reads a lot of books, the best stories, the ones worth telling, are about people who took a risk, who fell down a little bit and got right back up. Second, stay bold. The thing that older generations like mine love about the generations like yours is that you are our inspiration. And this generation is a really impressive generation. You speak up for what you believe in, you ask really hard questions, and you demand better. Keep doing all of that, but also continue to stay curious. Be open to people with different views and life experiences, and listen to understand, not to respond. Finally, build a community wherever you go, and be a good person while you do it. Success isn't just about titles and test scores. It's about how you treat people along the way. Grades in school were always important to my parents, but nothing was ever more important than effort and conduct. Did you try your hardest? And how did you treat the people around you? Whether you're headed to college or the workforce, the military, or somewhere entirely different, you will meet people. Find the ones who lift you up, who challenge you, and help you grow. Communities like Peoria Heights don't just happen. There's something very, very special, created through kindness and connection. Wherever you go after today, find your community. As you step into your next chapter, carry with you the lessons, the people, and the memories of this chapter. Some people will stay in your life forever, others may fade, but this town, this community, will always be as much a part of your story as it is mine. These moments, this class, this school, even this day, will become a memory that you carry with you always. And as the famous Dr. Seuss once said, sometimes you don't quite realize the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So class of 2025, dream big, embrace change, be bold, don't forget where you came from and the people who helped you along the way. And congratulations, and thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your very special day.
Thank you, Ashley. I would now like to recognize the top 10 students of the class of 2025 for their academic excellence. Their red, white, and blue honor cords distinguish them tonight. Ethan Horn. Alea Williams. Summer Wu. Alexander Simmons. Nyasia Russell. Ricky Martin. Allison Hockenberry. Mason Cullinan. Barrett Marfeld. And Cameron Ahart. Congratulations to the class of 2025 top 10. I would now like to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2025, Barrett Marfeld.
Good afternoon, everyone. They say high school goes by in the blink of an eye. And sitting here today, it's hard to believe how true that actually is. It feels like just yesterday we were walking through these halls for the first time, trying to figure out where the first class was, and hoping we'd find at least one friend. But seriously, today is more about than just a piece of paper. It's about the late nights, the group projects where one person did all the work, and the countless times we said, I'll start that assignment tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. But we didn't make it here alone. To our parents, teachers, coaches, and friends, thank you for putting up with our attitudes, our procrastination, and our constant requests to get a ride to practice. You helped keep us grounded even when we were all over the place. Now, we're heading into a new chapter of our lives, whether it's college, a job, or still figuring it out. The reality is, none of us really know what will happen next, and it can be a little scary. But the good thing about being from a small school like ours is we know how to lean on each other. We know how to make the most out of what we have, and we know how to show up when life gets tough. So class of 2025, let's go out there and do something great. Let's take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. And finally, let's dream big, because the world is a lot bigger than Peoria Heights, but we are as well. Everyone here has the potential to do great things, to make a difference, and to leave your mark. So go out there and do it. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you.
Barrett, you did it. You guys have no idea how hard that was. All week, you did just fine. Yes, what can I help? You're right here. Next, I would like to introduce our valedictorian, class of 2025, Cameron Ahart.
Hi. Welcome staff, parents, family, and graduates to the class of 2025. I want to first thank the Board of Education, Dr. Heath, Mr. Mooney, and the entire faculty of Peoria Heights School District for these last several years of mentorship and guidance. I also want to thank Mrs. Maybanks for taking the time to speak to us and offer some life advice for after graduation. I especially want to thank my family for the constant love and support throughout my journey. When preparing for this speech, one tip I learned online was to picture the audience in their underwear. But honestly, the more I look at Mr. Mooney, I'm getting pretty nervous. On a serious note, if you ask someone what Peoria Heights High School is like, they might say it's just a small school tucked between bigger Peoria schools. But those of us who have lived it know the truth. This place is home. It's where we found our voices, met our closest friends, and figured out who we are. Sometimes through awkward moments, and sometimes through unforgettable ones. I still remember those early days standing outside at freshman dances, not sure whether to join in or pretend I was too cool to care. Then there were the moments we will reminisce about for the rest of our lives, like the homecoming bonfires, the lunch table conversations, and the pep assemblies, where I had to see KP in a tutu, which is something I will never forget. These weren't just fun distractions. They were small moments that brought us together and made us a family. And it wasn't just good times. Over the past 4 years, we faced challenges, good and bad. But what stands out to me the most is the way our teachers never gave up on us. One person who truly made a difference in my life is Mr. Griffith. I watched him put his life on hold to serve our country, then come back and continue to pursue his career aspirations through college courses, and still return to his classroom with the same fire and love for teaching. His strength and heart show me what true courage is. As I stand here and look at all of you, I don't just see classmates. I see intelligent, unique, and important individuals. More than that, I see 51 different paths waiting to be taken. I see future nurses, engineers, authors, and so much more. My hope for all of you in the future is that you find a path that brings you genuine happiness. If there's one thing I've learned in my 18 years of life, it's that nothing is worth sacrificing your happiness for. Never let anybody tell you you can't do something or that you're not good enough. And most importantly, never stop dreaming. Life is too short not to chase what lights the fire in your soul. Finally, it would not be a graduation speech without a quote, so I'd like to leave you with one of my favorites. Mark Twain once said, the two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Class of 2025, I challenge you to go out and find your why. Discover what drives you, what brings you purpose, and chase it with everything you've got. I wish each of you nothing but the very best in the journey ahead. Thank you.
Cameron, I'd save that speech. I have a feeling that you'll be back up here one day giving that speech again. And now, as the principal of Peoria Heights High School, I do hereby certify that each member of the class of 2025 has met all of the requirements as set forth by the Illinois State Board of Education and the Board of Education of Peoria Heights School District 325. The members of the graduating class of 2025 are we don't have to graduate. I mean, it's on you guys. Caitlin Marie Adams. Cameron James Ahart. Giovanni Shane Antonucci. Logan A. Bannon. Grace Angel Bass. Lillian Jane Betteridge. Natalie Carlene Campbell. Haley Elizabeth Crandall. Mason Alexander Cullinan. Kylea Tomei Downs. Allison Bailey Duckworth. Robert Daniel Evans. Daryl. Sadie Elizabeth Fiedler. Katie Allen Fitch. Andrew Lee Frazee. Chloe Ryan Gardner. Alonzo Pleasant Gordon. Caitlin Myra Hinchy. Allison Jacqueline Hockenberry. Ethan S. Warren. Denia Imani Lene Johnson. Hayden Michael Johnson. Brody James Jones. Darian DeAndre Jones. Kaylee Peyton Kramer. Lawrence August Kuhlman. Lily Lynn Larson. Barrett Michael Marfeld. Ricky Allen Martin. Alexis Ann McCarroll. Mahala Grace Mercer. Emily Dawn Mishad. Ryu Moore Winters. Dakota Jane Nelson. Caleb Jeffrey O'Brien. Travis E. Peterson. Zoe Zanae Pettit. Alyssa Breland Quinn. Maddie, real quick, your grandpa wanted me to give you a hug. I told him that would be way too embarrassing, so I said I would just point it out. So, Madison Elizabeth Ramsey. Nyasha Levon Russell. Ariana Gabrielle Selner. Braden Lee Sherlock. Alexander Ferdinand Simmons. Ariana Nicole Snowpeck. Seth R. Strubar. Olivia Katora Wallace. Wrigley James Williams. Alea Camille Faith Williams. Jason Williams. Christopher Lane Wambacher. Summer Marie Wu. Ladies and gentlemen, will everybody please rise? It is my absolute pleasure to present to you the Peoria Heights graduating class of 2025. You guys are free to take pictures wherever you'd like.